Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mpumelelo Makakula. This is All Things Entertainment. Thank you so much for stopping by. So, my favorite series is over and I am so sad. I am talking about Adulting on Showmax. I have never enjoyed something so much. Season 1 was so perfect. Okay, let me not say perfect, but it was good. I enjoyed almost everything about it. I enjoyed seeing the new faces. I enjoyed the storyline. But I'm so sad that why was it 8 episodes? Like, just when the real adulting issues were starting, then bathi bye bye. And bashiya silenga, ugulaban bashiya silenga. So I was like, oh my god, I want more. I think there's more. I think we can get more. So I think they did this on purpose so that we can demand season 2, so that we can be thirsty for season 2, so that we can look forward to season 2. Remember in my first video, the first video I did about adulting, I did say that I love that there's no typecasting, there's new faces, the storyline is relatable. So there's just so much to love about adulting, ne? And I'm going to start with Uzetu and Umpo. So I feel like Zetu wasn't mad enough. Gulabona, you just found out that your husband is cheating on you. And your husband just called a meeting to tell on you kubantabadala, that you are cheating. Hey, that thing should make you really mad because it's betrayal more than anything. The husband just backstabbed you. And then now the husband tells you everything he has been doing behind your back. And you're mad that he hasn't been helping you with the kids in the house. I feel like Zetu was not mad enough. I feel like she was not showing emotion. And with regards to Uzetu, it's my own opinion. It's my own experience. I really do feel like she needs more training. I don't feel her. She doesn't show emotions. She reminds me of Umpilo on Qebeja the Empire, same emotion, same facial expressions all the time. And it kind of also makes it look like Umpo cannot act. And I feel like there's potential Gumpo Gulawan. I feel like Umpo can act because when he's with the guys, you can see that no, this guy can act. But when he's fighting with the wife, I'm like, no, you guys can't act. And I feel like maybe Uzetu made Umpo kind of flop. I'm going to mention them, Ngama, their character names, because most of them I don't know their real names. And I feel like it's much easier if I use their character names. So I feel like when Umpo is with Uzetu, there's no chemistry. There's no chemistry. Like they both can't show emotions the way they're supposed to show them. Gulaban. When a couple is arguing, you're supposed to see that no, they are mad. But you can see it's no, these ones are just acting. So I think Lokshan Bioscope should have been taken, more opportunities there. There's room for improvement, they can still grow. Or let me say Uzetu can still grow because she's the one I think and needs more help, like acting classes and stuff. But yeah, nonetheless, that's all I think about the character Yaga Zetu. And then the character Yaga Mpo is very manipulative. How he went on about, yeah, wangchitela ker utsamaile wayovula mauto wakho for that gym instructor wara, knowing very well that you have fucked more girls than you're willing to tell. And for you to even call the adults, for you to even call the elders to now sit with them down and tell them how your wife is cheating on you. Meanwhile, you know that just yesterday you're with another woman. Meanwhile, you know that you're busy buying expensive food, expensive things, booking hotels. Very manipulative. And when he went down on his knees to ask for forgiveness, I'm like, a dude. You don't mean that. You're not being genuine. So yeah, I did find that the Mpo character was very manipulative. Now, we are going to move to Ubonga. Oh, while we're still okay, fine. Let's move on to Ubonga. Ubonga, I think he's a true friend. he's a real friend, the real one. When they say the realist, the real G, I think they're mentioning Ubonga. He puts his friends over everything, which I think that is where he kind of lose it, because his friends come first. And I like the fact that he also doesn't leak as he will tell you the truth as and when you need to hear it. And my problem with him again is that his priorities are kind of mixed up. So I'm going to support everything that I just said right now. His friends come first because we've seen how much he was able to be there for them when they needed him, when they called him. And I think we all realized how much they all would call him when they were in trouble, or they would go to him to speak to him when they're in trouble, because he put the friends first. And he's very honest, because with Umpo, when Umpo was busy complaining, ukuthi, oh, my wife is cheating on me, my wife this and that, Ubonga was like, then in Yafanage, Moses Febe, shut his Febe, then thinking a group. Because why do you want to cheat? Why do you want to dish it and can't take it? Gulaban. So I think men have this thing that cheating is reserved for them, that they can go out there and date as many women as they can. And then now when this thing comes back to them, they don't want to taste their very bitter medicine. And when I would be very honest also with the character that was played by Ubiyu Vuyani. Yeah, he was very honest with Vuyani. He'd always remind him that Zimba wena, you've never worked a day in your life. You depend on the MEC. But also after that, it's kisses, it's hugs, bad. He'll tell you the truth. I love that about him. But what I also didn't like is how he would miss opportunities with the girl that he says he loves. You drop everything bad that you were doing to be with this person. Then why would you put yourself in a position of losing this person? Gulaban, and I feel like Onkanyezi was right. Her complaining and saying, Ubonga abangan bakhe bambuyisele emuva, and saying that he enables his friends to do the things they do, especially Utikitiki, because when he's in jail, the first person he calls Ubonga, and Ubonga always runs to bail him out. I feel at some point you need to have boundaries. At some point you need to let your friends know that, you know what, I can't continue being there for you if you are going to continue putting yourself in the same situations over and over and over. But Bega, Wanga missed an opportunity of his life when he was supposed to go with his girlfriend Uguti Baye to that business thing that was happening. It was a big opportunity for the girlfriend. So my thing is, you could have shared that time. Go esibhedlela and tell him, good, you know what, I can't stay, I have to rush, I've got this thing that's happening with the girlfriend. I mean, the two other friends were there. He was going to understand. He was going to be grateful that at least you showed up, right? Then go and be with your girlfriend. And to make matters worse, when he came back asking the girlfriend, so how did the business thing go? 2 minutes into the conversation, Segalele. Nami as a girlfriend, I'll be very mad, because now before this episode, on episode 7, they had a vacation. On their way out, utikitiki na nguyafona. It's always utikitiki. Na nguyafona, usenkingeni, Ubanga has to drop everything and rush to him. Now, this means the whole vacation is fucked up, because obviously the spirits are now down, good girlfriend. They spent the entire vacation fighting. As much as people might feel like Onkanyezi is controlling, yeah, she does come across as controlling, but she does also tell the truth, and she is making sense from my point of view. I think she is trying to make Ubonga see ukuthi there's more to this. And I think what Adulting, the producers and the writers did is they cemented this idea that as a woman you can't have it all. As a woman you can't be the boss in the boardroom and also have a good thing going on in a relationship. I think that is what they were doing, because as a society we think that successful women can't keep a man, and they kind of did that with the character Ganganyezi, and it made me feel like, oh my god, why are they doing this? And also for Unkanyezi to run to her brother, knowing that her brother would obviously pull the plug on Ubonga, made me feel some type of way. Okay, you guys are controlling and you are manipulative, and it's either your way or the highway. So that for me was very, yeah. Also, the brother can't act to save his life. I don't know his name. It was my first time seeing him. He cannot act. Oh my God. Woo, that scene where he was firing Ubonga. I was like, dude. That Tiwa touch accent, the screaming, oh, the body language was just no, he can't act. But that is what I think about him character Yekankanyezi. You guys will let me know. Let's talk about the MEC. The MEC on the 8th and final episode has a new playboy. The playboy is played by and this guy, the boy present, the boy corner, Libo. Yeah, Libo of Big Brother Mzansi. And I was like, okay, MC. And they went to the very same store where the former playboy is now working. When they get there, she was like, can you please make sure ukuthi le sitolo lesi siyavala because ngifuna ukubhubhudla imali yami. And I think at first Uvuyani was kind of embarrassed, but ekugcineni he was like, "Ah, you know what, I don't care." And then he also went and got himself another sugar mama. Sugar mama Lo was played by Usonia Mbele. And I'm like, oh, both the sugar mamas are from Generations. Okay, girl. You know what? I loved seeing Owen and Jabba enjoying that character. I think she killed it. It was nice seeing her playing something out of the ordinary, and I think she has done almost everything. Like, she also said that she has played a witch, she has played Leah character like Katie, where she has played the loving mother who would compromise almost everything for her children to do, for her children to have what they need to have. And seeing her being listening up and being playful, it was so nice. And she did say that her character, I was trying to teach people that even if you're in your 40s, even if you reach your 40s, if you want to play, you can still continue to play. If you want to have fun, you can have fun. Live your life at your own terms. And I loved seeing her in that element. It shows that she is really an actress, and it shows her different rages. Is it called a range or rage? Whatever it is, whatever you guys use. I think what I learned the most, or what I took out the most from adulting, is that, yeah, adulting can be shitty. Hey, we can all be varsity friends. We can all be childhood friends. We can all come from the same kasi, but not everything is going to turn out good, and not everything is going to work out for us. Look at Utiki Tiki, Ikinza, but he comes from varsity. Shows you how much people would do anything and go to any lengths to make sure that they put food on the table. This guy's a graduate, but there's not jobs for him. And many people could relate to that because we have so many South African graduates who don't have jobs. Look at Uvuyani. Uvuyani is a graduate but decided not to do anything with his life. It's not like it does not have potential, but he just chooses not to do anything. Or maybe that was also caused by the lack of job opportunities. He loves fashion, is into fashion, but also I think he likes making quick cash, because instead of working for the money, how about I just go my a 40-year-old there, and then the 40-year-old will just vomit money. And we saw how when his dad pushed him to go and get a job, the only job he could get was at a retail shop. And then, not quite a retail shop, but you get what I mean. And then there's, who's this one, Paul, not a good husband, married with kids, but is also not satisfied with the life that he has, but also has a good job. I think Umpo has almost everything he needs, but is not satisfied, hence the cheating. And then Bonga, it seems like he grew up in a not so fleshy lifestyle. because he had to build a house for Mamak, which is what his father failed to do. I think he's taking care of Mamak and he's working very hard to make sure good uyaphuma kulo situation akuyo, and he did exactly that. And I think there's so many people or so many graduates or yeah, just so many people who relate to that because you work hard to make sure that you first build a house for your mom. You make sure that your siblings are set, they are good. And then now you also have to be taking care of yourself on the side because you are the only one your family has. You are your family's only hope. So you have to make sure that nothing flops. You have to make sure that everything goes well. But also there's that deadbeat who also comes back as a guys whenever he finds an opportunity. It's so relatable, so relatable in so many levels. I love it, and it shows real adulting issues, non-filtered. Hey, but it of be gay, which I don't mind also. Oh, and you have Natasha. Natasha has baby mama drama. Natasha wants what's good for umtanake, at some point has to marry a guy with money so that she and her child can have a good life because the baby daddy is um for lack of a better word, useless. Kilabona, or the baby daddy is not what she wants him to be. She reckons that the baby daddy can't give her and her child a better future. So now thinks, okay, there's this guy who's got money, there's this guy who loves me. How about I marry this guy just for security? Because being with Iginza doesn't really have security. And I think she really loved Utikitiki, hence she always screamed at him, hence she always wanted him to do better. Hence, she always said, Eric, Aguna future, Lana, do something about your life. And at some point, she did say, I love you. I really do. But I feel like you won't be able to take care of my child. You're not the correct father. You're not the right father that my child needs right now. But also makes me think, Uguti, but then why did you sleep with him to a point to where you guys made a child? Because I feel like he's been Ikinza ever since you knew him. But yeah, that is that. I think it's very relatable. And you have Unkanyezi. I'm not sure if there's someone who relates to Unkanyezi, but I think there are people who are making it, people who are coining it, ladies actually, who are coining it in the boardroom, have everything they need besides a man. Because men are, I quote, intimidated by black successful ladies. That's what the society says, and that's what we see. We adulting. Ah man, kudos to the team. Love everything about it. Tantla Gunene. That guy can act. Besides the fact that he is an MCE, he can act. But at some point, I did feel like he was overdoing the character. Yeah, weekends, we get it, but you don't need to have your hands at the back, upampe, nokuthi uhambe ngeside nyana all the damn time. At some point, I did feel like, hey, can you tone it down? But I love him. I love his acting. He is a good-looking guy. Love him. I'd love to see more of him, and I love the fact that he is on season 5 of The River, and I think the river is Opela soon. My Pela, I would love to see him doing his thing more. But also I don't wish for him to always get these characters where he's going to be playing the villain, where he's going to be playing the gangster. Because in this industry, you can get typecast if you are not versatile. Sigelelwa, you guys know that I love Sigelelwa a lot. She was there for a couple of episodes, but she killed her character. She murdered her character. Loved Natasha. She did a great job. And right now she's doing a great job on 1802. Love it for her. Love her so much. That's all I have to say about Usigelelwa. What else do I need to complain or compliment? I think those are the things that really caught my attention. Or something else that caught my attention yesterday. Umama Gabonga. I love the development they did, because the first time we saw Ubonga visiting home, Mama K had, this Rondaville house, one room house, and Ubonga did promise that I'm going to build a big house for you. Then now, when they come back, she has a big house. She has a 4x4. And I'm like, yeah, love this. Love this development. But also, she bought me because she was being unfair. You know, Bantabatala can be toxic. Bantabatala can be toxic. She went and complained. Not complained, but exposed her kids to the type of a man their father is, exposed the kids to the type of a father they had, the type of a husband she had, and the husband was not there. When everything was sour, he was not there. And then now, when Ubonga starts making it, Ucelimali Ubonga wants to drive Ubonga's car. And then now, when Ubonga has bought his mom a house and a car, now the husband is back calling the shots. Uhlala noma kanjani kuma-couches, smoking in the house. And then umama kabonga to have isibindi sokutshela ubonga ukuthi omncane, you don't understand love. Where's your girlfriend? I'm just like, wow, mama, can you take your time and try to understand where Ubonga is coming from? Ubonga witnessed his father cheating. The father would take Ubonga and go cheat with him. Banga would see everything. He mentions that sometimes he would sleep in the car because Sabaka would forget about him. He'd be too busy with the woman. And now that Impilo Sem Shaile, you come back. Yo, I feel like so many people could relate to that scene because it happens in real life. Yo, adulting was very relatable, and I do hope that they come back with season 2. Oh, and we were introduced to Bushle Samuels. Bushle Samuels was introduced to us the same way Unkanyezi was introduced to us. Remember how it was a groove when Unkanyezi walked in and Ubonga was taken? That's how Bushle Samuels' character was introduced. And I would love to see how the character develops, because it seems like Unkanyezi is gonna have competition. Unkanyezi will be reminded that, girl, we know that you're bringing something to the table, and you don't have to run to your brother every time things don't go your way. And in a relationship, there are compromises. You can't come into a relationship and want to control umuntu uthi, hey baba, this person is not good for your life. I think you need to let go of your friends. But anywho, that is that. That's what I thought about adulting. That's what I thought about yesterday's episode. And it was nice seeing Mama Nandi, Gogo Nandi. It was nice seeing her because it's been long since I saw her on my screen. I think the last time I saw her, it was on How to Ruin Christmas. So it is fantastic to see her. And I think, let me end it here before I continue talking about Izinto Ezingeko. So that is that. That's what I thought about adulting. And you tell me what you thought about it in the comment section down below. And we're looking forward to season 2. My name is Mpumelelo Magagula. This is All Things Entertainment. And I will see you guys when I have another video. Gilengile. Bye.